Hello, everybody. This is Chameleon Chore Night. So, if you're here because you want information about chameleons, if you're on YouTube watching this, you're saying, "Where's my video about chameleons?" There's all sorts of other videos on here. Go ahead, check those out. This one is just us in the chameleon world hanging out. So, if you want to hang out with a bunch of people, then you found the right place. And what we do is we just, we hang out and we talk. And I'm doing fruit fly cultures. And so you get to know people in the community. All right. Hey, everybody. Tiggs here. Howard. Hello, Carlos. And James. Hello. All right. What the heck is going on? Oh, guys, I'm going to have to be back. How do I do this? Let me see. All right. Give me a second here. I'm going to bring on the Instagram crew. So if you're on YouTube, stay on YouTube. It's a better experience for all of us. Hey, Bob Apple. So we are going to make fruit flies because that's what we do these days. Hello, everybody. So we'll just get this started. And yes. Yes, and everybody, Madagascar, I'm closing up. We've got I can, if you I need to send out an email and it just says let's close this up. And so those people who are interested, please respond to that email. Let me know you're coming. Let's get that deposit taken care of. Patrick has given me a little bit of an extension here, and so for those of you like Tig, don't worry about it. I got an extension on this, and but I don't know how much more rope he's going to give me. So we'll see. But I'll be talking to him. And hey, Mikey. Let's see. Bill, my avian vet. Oh, this will be an interesting one. My avian vet asked me to adopt another client's blind veiled. How does a blind chameleon eat? I'm not accepting the offer. Okay. Let's, okay, this is, you can do this. It is amazing what happens when chameleons can't eat on their own, either because their mouth is messed up or their eyesight. And in this case, it's an eyesight issue. There is something that happens to where the chameleon, it's like all of a sudden they turn off their normal instincts, and I got to be really careful how I say this. They seem to develop a relationship with their keeper. I've had this happen to me. This has happened to other people, to where they pull the ability to accept their dependence upon you, and they treat you as a partner in life. And I don't know how else to say that, but if you were to get a blind veiled chameleon, what you would do is at a certain time every day, you just go up with the cricket and you just rub its mouth, and it will learn very quickly to chomp the cricket. It will learn. I literally had a panther chameleon that couldn't eat on its own because it couldn't shoot its tongue out because its mouth was mangled due to MBD. And I would put a cricket right in front of his mouth. He would put his tongue out just a little bit and snag it, and that's how he would eat. And I would do that at the same time every day. And one day I got home from work. That's feeding time. And I just laid down on my bed, totally exhausted. And all of a sudden, this guy just started rustling his branch because he wanted his dinner. That was not what I expected from a chameleon, but it's like it can be done. So if any of you have special needs chameleon that can't eat on their own, that is not the end of life. That's actually a very interesting experience that you are in that's coming for. Where's my words? The simple words. But yes, it can be done. Hey, Bill, purchased that duck window film and I couldn't be happier with the results. Definitely happy. Yes. Carlos is talking about that shrink wrap film. It's like the saran wrap that you put on. It's for window insulation, but we can use that for our screen cages. You put double-sided sticky tape over the frame of your cage. You put down the saran wrap, and then you get your hair dryer out, and it all shrinks in, and it's amazing. And it's amazing how long it lasts. I mean, I put it on some of my cages, and then I put the cages outside, and it's still lasting. So it's great stuff. That's right, James Cross, encouraging everyone join this Madagascar trip. We're going to have fun. We are going to have a lot of fun. James is here. Annabelle and Tig is signing up. So we got a good crew starting to join up. But if any of you are interested in going to Madagascar in January of 2025, January 8th through 22nd, send me your email at bill@chameleonacademy.com or DM it to me on my Instagram account and let me know that you would like the information. This is going to be, it's an American trip, 2 weeks. And so it's 2 weeks, and it's through central Madagascar, and we will see the widest amount of variety of species that we can fit into 2 weeks. We would need 4 weeks, and then we could see a whole lot more, but 2 weeks. And I have the number of species that we are targeting, and we'll probably see, is most of them that are coming into the trade. So if you're interested in chameleons, you've got chameleons and you want to go see them in their natural habitat, feel what it's like, the humidity, the temperature, and just the general environment, this is the trip. And it's amazing. You can read numbers all you want, but it doesn't change. It doesn't hold a candle to actually being there and saying, this is what it's like. So that's what we're going for. Hey, Ashley. Bill, that's one sweet hoodie. Oh, yes. Yes. For those of you who are interested, this is now available on the store. If you go to my chameleonacademy.com store, this is available on the store, and you will see, as a homage to, there it is, to the very special event, there is the symbol. All right. Oh, hey, Yvette's here.
Okay. Trying to plug in my phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Howard. Yeah, that's too bad. Oh, come on and say hello. This is, you're going to eat.
I'm really taller.
Well, yeah.
What's up?
The camera angle makes it look like, because I'm closer to the camera.
Yeah.
You look so diminutive.
I know.
Are you going to be doing fans?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right.
I'll be watching.
Yvette's going to be going and doing fans. Well, I do the fruit flies. Yeah, it's oh man, the Madagascar is amazing. I usually don't like vacations, and I go on them just okay because Yvette wants to go on a vacation. Hey, it's good. Okay, yeah, we'll go see Italy, whatever. I'm a good vacation person. I will go with you. But Madagascar, I think it was just a wonderful time. It's certainly not luxury. We are not going to the resorts. I will tell you that. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they have the basic comforts, but we are not going to Madagascar. Has some real nice hotels, but we're not going to them. We're going to go out where the chameleons are, and that's a little bit kind of on the outskirts. So, oh, James, thank you very much. Appreciate that. James is doing one of those super stickers on YouTube to support the channel. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Sage Galley just hopped on. Funny to see you in front of the microwave and not an enclosure. Well, Sage Galley, this is Sunday night. Sunday night is when I do fruit fly cultures. And this started a little while ago where I said, I need to be consistent with my fruit fly cultures. And, when you stop doing it for a week, everything gets thrown off and you're so far behind. And so I said, what can make me do it and put it on the schedule? I said, I'm just going to go live, and they're going to keep me accountable. And it just kind of spiraled from there to the point where, yeah, now I do a live, I do a live Chameleon Chore night. So this is not an official show. There's no official entertainment here. This is just all of us hanging out while I make fruit fly cultures and talking. So yeah, everybody's welcome. Hang out. Let's have fun. We've got a really cool community. So it's just fun to just be here. All right. Let's see. That is a little liquid. Give it a little bit more here. And yeah, I end up doing more talking than I do fruit flying, but you know what? That's what life is like. That's what life is all about. By the way, everybody, I just want to let you know, because you are now you're my live crew, so you're going to get the inside information. This Wednesday, you're going to be getting a very special video podcast that's going to be starting on the YouTube channel. It's going to be the DIY Chameleon Guys, and it's going to be hosted by me and none other than James Cross. And I'm going to be talking about how to do it yourself cages, how to build things, and all the tips and tricks. And so that is coming on Wednesday. And we're finalizing what time. It may be after the morning vlog, but we'll see. We'll see. I think, I, of course, will make an announcement and let everybody know once we finally figure out what time it'll be launched. So, there we go. And we'll be talking about wood cages, stuff like that. And we're going to be doing an episode on that famous fogger. So you'll have it all laid out. And yes, James and I have been working very hard on getting this thing set up. Billions of people are watching the Super Bowl, and we are talking. I don't know what that is. Auto-corrected a real number on that word, but I like it. Cheers, rocks. Chameleons, maybe? Oh, chameleons. Yes. Yep, that's right. This is your alternative to the Super Bowl. But no, is the Super Bowl still going on? You can tell I'm not a sports person. Mm-hmm. So I am using the Rapashi Superfly. It's quite easy. We used to make our own our fruit fly mix, and then we just said, well, we're just doing this. We're just doing it this way. Awesome. Love your content. Glad you have helped encourage my small batch breeding of panthers to finally take place. Oh, okay. You're a tremendous help to the entire chameleon community. Well, thank you very much. I am glad you're enjoying it. Annabelle's here. I didn't say hello to Annabelle yet. Hello, Annabelle. Very good to see you. Very good to see you. So, yes, and I have, Sage Galley, thank you very much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Passes up Super Bowl to make stuff. Yeah, that's Mikey. Mikey is, he is just ripping it up with the 3D printer. I'm always looking forward to seeing what Mikey comes up next on that 3D printer. I mean, I said, okay, Mikey, we need this. We need something that blocks the mist from getting out of the cage. And like within 48 hours, he had a design to me. It's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is just awesome. So, All right. So does anybody have any fun chameleon things you have planned for the next week coming up? And I'll answer this question. Bill, do you use thermostats for your panthers? If so, what one, and also what watt and type of bulb do you use? No, I do not. Lewis Smith, I do not use thermostats. I just have the basking bulb. I have a low wattage basking bulb. I put it right above my basking spot. I make sure that the heat at the top where a chameleon could crawl across is not painful, is not too high, and I watch the chameleon's behavior and make sure that they bask for an hour or so. I put my hand under there, make sure it's comfortable. You can use a thermometer, but the thing is with thermostats, the thermostats are very good for maintaining a temperature in the enclosure. With the basking bulb, we're really not trying to heat the enclosure to a certain temperature. We're lucky with chameleons that most of them, the most common ones at least, are very comfortable at room temperature. And so it's relatively simple for us in the chameleon world to maintain a good ambient temperature. I mean, with all the garbage we have to go through as chameleon people, at least we get this one thing. This one advantage. Oh, we get two advantages. Our chameleons don't want to run around in its own poop like bearded dragons and all of them. It's like the poop is like feet below. And so that's another thing that we got lucky on. But yeah, you just room temperature. And in fact, I just have the basking bulb on often just for an hour or so in the morning because I don't want it to heat up the cage. And so yeah, I haven't used thermostats. It's just not, it hasn't been useful. Now, one thing I would love for the community to come up with, and only one of those is the environmental control centers. I need an environment. We, as a chameleon community, needs an environmental control center that allows us to set day and nighttime humidities. There's one, the spider system. I forget who it is. It's a hobbyist type one, but it's an environmental control that allows you to put a timer module on with the humidity monitor. But like ZoomEd and actually all of these other major ones, they're all dealing with temperature. We chameleon people, we need to be able to adjust the humidity, and that would be very useful, but unfortunately very rare to find the ability to control the humidity with respect to time. Let's see. You ain't seen nothing. Uh-oh, Mikey's got some stuff he's got planned. Got some stuff he's got planned. All right, we're going to see what Mikey has planned. He's got, yeah, Mikey has just used that, taken the 3D printer and has made it sing. He got a really nice model, and he has figured that thing out to the point where he just goes and it does his bidding. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Well, here in California, it's really nice. We're done with the freezing rain. I wasn't so happy about that. And so that's good. And now we're just very cold nights, a little bit dry. We'll have a little bit more rain coming, but that's at least replicating the dry season in Madagascar. So, Brooke says, "Hey, Bill, thank you for everything you do." Well, thank you, Brooke, for coming by and giving me words of encouragement. It's always good. It's always good. So I am happy about the temperature, how things are going to be going here. And okay, let I am counting in my head. That's why I can't talk, because, I keep forgetting if I've done 3 or 4. That's hot. Oh, there we go. Well, this next week in the vlog, you're going to be seeing me put together that big custom reptile habitats enclosure. The one I have behind me, but that's usually behind me. But the other one is now going to be built. And I've decided I am putting a Shamrock Chameleon in there. I think I feel really good about that decision. That's what's going in there. Brooke says, "You've literally made the cam world great again." Well, thank you, Brooke. Thank you. I think one of I've done a lot, but I think my favorite thing that I've done is I've created a kind of this digital online community that's positive, supports each other, and is kind to each other. That is, I mean, after all these years, I don't know if you can imagine how hard that is. Oh, can't wait for the Shamrock content. Yes, Joe, there will be a lot of Shamrock content. For those who are just joining, I'm working with the Shamrock Chameleons, the Kaluma Oshonasiai, outside of the Chameleon Academy. And my intention is to use that as a model for what small batch breeding can be. And my intention is to make that, to put so much training out there and education out there that I am hoping anybody who wants to will be able to, I don't know if I'll make it a course, a book, whatever, just follow all of that, and they will be able to successfully keep and breed Shamrock chameleons. And that would be a very interesting, that would be an accomplishment, because Shamrock chameleons, they require a diapause, and they're like little mini parsons. And so this would be a significant accomplishment, and I want to try. Shamrock chameleons are so cool. And the thing is, they're exported in small numbers, which means they'll never saturate the market from the wild caught. And it's a challenge to breed them. So they're very cool chameleons. They're smaller, just a little bit smaller than panthers. So they're still a good size, but they fit in the standard 2x2x4 even better than panthers. They're calm, pretty, and so I think they're a great candidate. I think they're an excellent candidate, and I've got a really cool group of people that are saying, "Hey, Bill, we want to experiment with you. Come what may, we're going to have fun." And that's, you know what? That's all it takes. That's all it takes for us to do something in the world. Is just a bunch of people that say, "I don't care. We're coming along, whatever happens." And so you get a lot done. You got those kind of people around you. Anything you should do differently while a panther chameleon is shedding? No. Well, okay. If you're giving that panther chameleon the proper husbandry and they are healthy, there's nothing you should do differently. In fact, if everything is perfect, then you're not going to have a chance to do anything, because it's over in an afternoon. It's like all of a sudden the chameleon just goes poof. Now, there are times where things aren't as perfect, and it takes a week for this to happen. So you don't want to change conditions. There's nothing extra that needs to be done. Now, one thing you got to make sure you're not doing is spraying down the chameleon and just spraying them. You don't want to get them extra wet. The humidity is good, but they are dry shedders, and so there's a layer of there's some moisture in between the skin layers that needs to evaporate. So that's why we say don't spray down your chameleon. But really, they are designed to shed in the conditions that they live in. So that's the high level answer. Gabriel says, I thought they were bigger. No, they're not. The male Shamrock chameleon is just a little smaller than the male panther chameleon, and the Shamrock female is just a little bit bigger than the panther female. So it's right in, they're right in between. They have that big chameleon feel, though. It really does. When you look at them, you go, hey, yeah, they look big, but then you realize, no, they're not really. Are you making a nice dinner for your chameleon? I am doing fruit flies. So yes, in fact, I am. But then I am going to, after I finish the fruit flies, I'm going to chop up some food plates chop up some food for some roaches and crickets and superworms. Thoughts on hibiscus plants in the enclosure? Hibiscus are wonderful. And Joe, I absolutely recommend hibiscus. The one problem with hibiscus is it needs a lot of light. So many people who have a hard time making it grow and healthy in an indoor enclosure. And so a lot of people have to take it outside to recover. If you have hibiscus in your inside enclosure, get a lot of light. Overdo it on the light bars. Get those LED light bars. And I'm thinking that should probably do it. Using the LED light bars, I have been able to grow passion flowers indoors. So that impressed me. I said, okay, maybe this can help hibiscus work. Let's see. My veiled chameleon shed in one day. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. Started in the morning and it was done at the afternoon. That's exactly how it's supposed to be done. Hey, Nate. At Publix, Bill, need anything? Yeah. Oh, no, you know what? I think I'm set. See, I'm ready. I've got my ginger ale all ready to go. Oh, no, the ginger beer. Craft ginger beer. That's right. Non-alcoholic. Yeah, I don't want you guys think I'm going live while tipsy. And to all those people, no, I'm like this sober. Yes. So, Tig's giving me Yoda quotes. That's excellent. Hello, Bill. Hope you're having a good night. I'm having a great night, young jerk. I'm sitting here with a bunch of my chameleon friends, and guess I'm going to have to start chopping up vegetables, fruit and vegetables. Am I the only one who really, really, really loves a tiny stuff? Carpet chameleon and the tiny Brackesia. No, Tig, there's a lot of people who love those. The problem is not enough people work with them, so there's not a real good supply of them. Brackesia are very difficult. I mean, they're not difficult to breed. They will do it. You don't even have to do anything. I mean, I didn't do anything, and I've got a baby superciliaris, but they don't produce a whole lot, and so it really takes somebody dedicated to it to breed them consistently. People do it, and then they say, okay, that was fun, and then they stop. It's, you have to do it because it's a passion, because there's no way you're going to be paying for the setup if you're going to be breeding Brackesia. And so that means that the breeding programs that do exist are by people who don't care about making them for sale because it's too much trouble. They do it just for enjoyment. And whenever you involve other people, like selling online, you bring yourself a whole lot of misery. And so you only do that if you're going to be making money. And so, I mean, I know breeders of Brackesia, and most of them, almost all of them, I think Frank Payne will be offering them, but most of them do it for fun, and being part of social media isn't fun for them. So it's kind of difficult for them. Now, carpet chameleons are coming up and coming. You will be finding more and more of them available. Nate is saying, it's honestly the lifespan I hear about them that scares me. Yeah, they do have short lifespans. Do you have a favorite species? I got to say that the shamrock is probably my favorite species. I have just fallen in love. Yellow crested Jackson's chameleons are up there as well. So I'm going to go with that. I think those are my favorite species. Size of enclosure for Brachysia. If you keep them individually, you can have them in, let's see, I had mine in a 6-inch wide by 18-inch tall by 18-inch deep, one of them. I think that's a little small. I would have preferred, okay, let's do this one. I have my baby in a 24-inch wide by 18-inch deep by 24-inch tall. And I'm happy with that for one Brachysia. You got to be careful about having them as pairs. You can get away with it. Most people try and do, but you are stressing your animals. They don't cohab just like adult chameleons. The difference is that they tolerate it more, or else they don't show it in a way that we can tell that they're very stressed. That's the thing. Hey, Chris. Leaping Lethals, it's Super Bowl halftime, so time to check up on Bill. I'm the halftime show. I like that. Oh, what are they eating? Heidi I. You talking about the Brachysia? They're now up to 2-week crickets. 2-week crickets, but they started with Heidi I. Where would I find a carpet chameleon? I live in Nebraska, and chameleons aren't Sage Gallery. Check the website. Living Art by Frank Payne, and he has carpets on a regular basis, although when they're available, jump. Right now there's a huge demand for carpet chameleons. Let's see. 10-3 49ers. Okay. Carpets. Chameleons are the coolest lizards, but I've never owned. Well, Pearson, you can hang around here and you can just enjoy keeping chameleons vicariously through all of us and just hang out and absorb all the information. And when the time comes in your life that you decide it's time, you'll be ready. Recommendation for how many isopods and springtails to use to inoculate bioactive substrate. Ty Harv, I'm going to refer you to my last live session on Saturday with Russ Wilson and the podcast episode that came out. It's on YouTube, with Russ Wilson, where he talks all about isopods. He is the expert. I brought him on because he's the expert, and I would listen to him. Yes. Tig's nodding at the screen. I want to cohab a chameleon with some of my dart frogs. Just got to find the right kind of chameleon. Depending upon what kind of dart frogs. And yes, your chameleon, you probably, especially if it's tinctorius, are smaller. You can do a Brachysia. You could do a carpet chameleon if the enclosure is big enough. I have an enclosure, and if you come on the Tuesday night live, you'll see it behind me. It's 36 inches wide, 30 inches deep, and 48 inches tall. And in that, I am going to have a pair of Azurius and a mini chameleon, Brachysia superciliaris, or maybe the Thamnobates, maybe a carpet, maybe a linotum, one of these small mini chameleons that are in no way able to go after a frog, and probably a Euryplatus fantasticus in there. And so I have a bunch of little small things that inhabit different niches in the vivarium, and so that is a way to do a cohab tank. But we got to be really careful. I've got to be really careful not to make it look like it's easy, because you have to be an expert in everything you put in there. You can't just, you got to be an expert in the conditions of each one of those in there. Yeah, we had a lot of fun talking with Russ. Mariah Drenth Cormick knew what time is Tuesday night thing. Mariah, it is Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific. So this is all Pacific time. So I am live Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, and Saturday noon Pacific. So I have 2 live sessions a week. This one doesn't count. This is just me making fruit fly cultures, and anybody who wants to hang out. But I'm not in my official studio doing the official thing. Let's see. Mexico, psychedelic echoes. Hello, juvenile veiled. Okay, Mariah, you'll have fun with the juvenile veiled. Mariah, come to the lives. That's the lives is where I don't do much with email. I don't do much with DMs. I just make myself available on live sessions, and so anybody can ask questions that they want about the chameleon, and I may send you to a website here or there. But I love to where everybody can benefit from an answer to the question, and that's what live sessions do. So yes, please come to the live session and let's talk. I've just loaded all my reservoirs with water. 6 5-gallon buckets. I feel like I went to the yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, hey, Leaf with Eyes. Hello, Gabriel. I've thought about getting one forever, chameleon, but not in a position to get one here, sadly. But when I do, it'll be Jackson. Okay. And Chameleon Academy, I have an extensive care guide for Jackson's, Pearson. And I will say I, without a doubt, have the best care guide for Jackson's chameleons that exists. I have bred them multi-generationally. I had an entire website that I folded into the Chameleon Academy. It was a Jackson's Chameleon website, folded into the chameleon community. The care guide is a care booklet, and you'll have extensive profile. So go to the Chameleon Academy profile. I objectively can say it is the best information you're going to find on the web. Another problem with that kind of cohab is now I'm going to keep the live plants alive and keep the soil from getting too damp and causing foot rot while also maintaining the high humidity for there's a challenge. We don't talk about it often, but each plant has its own requirements and needs to be kept happy as well. So this whole cohab thing is a huge challenge. So Brooke thinks the Parsons is cute. Parsons is very cute. I have a Parsons. I love him very much. And, when you ask me what my favorite chameleon is, I will say all of them. Do you have any advice on getting my veil to tolerate me? Gets so angry at me when I put his food in. And it's generally not anger. It's generally being defensive because its DNA tells it that you're a danger. I do a certain kind of taming, and I did a video. If you go to my YouTube channel, Chameleon Academy, and you see how I tame my chameleons, go ahead and take a look at that video. And it basically, I go through steps where I get them used to my hand in their enclosure, and how just the steps to take to where you build up the trust. And the biggest ingredient in this recipe is patience, because every chameleon is going to have its own ability to trust you at a certain time. Some of them just immediately have no problem. Hey, I like this food, and they'll go crawl on your hand. And the other ones take months. And so you just have to accept your chameleon for what it is and work with it. And be patient, and never force it to do anything. Work with it on its own time. And that's the thing we chameleon people learn, is patience and respecting the chameleon, because we want the chameleon to enjoy the interaction as much as we do. And that's the key. Let's see. What's your plans for the Chameleon Academy this year? Anything new you want to leak or hint at? Well, Nate, I actually have a 5-year plan for the Chameleon Academy. The big project that I'm taking on is establishing small batch breeding. I know you've heard that over and over and over again. You're going, oh my goodness, he's talking about this again. But it's a great concept. But the thing is, I think it can revolutionize our entire community. And it's very easy to come up with ideas and say, yeah, this is a great idea, but I want to prove it out before, anybody who wants to come along on the ride, and I got a number of people who do, let's prove it out. And this will be a 5-year process. I want to do this with the Shamrock Chameleon. And so I'm going to get babies to give to the F1 breeders in maybe summer of next year. And then they're going to spend about 2 years raising up those babies until they produce babies. And so during all this time, we're working on the protocols. And so this is a 5-year project. So that's really what's going on. Other than that, the new thing is going to Madagascar. It's not an official Chameleon Academy trip, but I'm going, and the tour guide, Patrick, he says, okay, I'll take a bunch of chameleon guys and girls. I'll take a bunch of chameleon people going. And so we're going to, that's going to be a fun time. That is going to be an awesome time, especially when it's chameleon centric. We're all going to be on the same vibe. And I know he's got guides that specialize in finding chameleons. We are going to have the funnest time doing that. And of course, there's the lemurs. When you see an eye in person, you're going, oh my goodness, how's that thing real? And then you've got these, we're going to go to a place where the lemurs have no fear of humans. They see a human and they say, okay, food. And you just stand there and they are bouncing off of you, trying to figure out who's got the food. So it's an amazing experience. So don't pet the lemurs. Let them do what they're going to do. But yeah, it's amazing. So this year for the Chameleon Academy really is, I have introduced a daily vlog. So I think that is the biggest thing that I've introduced is we're going to just kind of have daily touch points. And the reason behind that was I was going to be doing a weekly vlog. And the weekly vlog ended up being like an hour long. And I said, okay, you know what? How about if I nobody wants to sit for an hour doing a vlog thing. So I just broke it up, said, let's just break it up into 7 pieces. And that's working really well for me. Richard is here. Hello, Richard. Richard Stewart. Very good to see you. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I am way behind on the chat. Oh, wait. Okay. Want to know my incubator options for panther chameleons? Best beginner breeder tips? Recommended anywhere specific for panther chameleon breeding information? Well, I have a lot of episodes about panther chameleon breeding. It's not that hard. It's an incubator. Put it under your bed. We don't really have very good incubator options in the chameleon community because we need the temperatures in the low 70s, and so that doesn't work to heat to that. So it's a challenge. A lot of people use their closet. They really do. Let's see. Bill, are there other shamrock breedings out there? No, there's one in Japan. I think that's it. I don't know of any others. It's not a species people generally have worked with. So I think there's been one in the United States a couple of years ago, and I don't know if that was a breeding or just a hatching of wild caught female eggs. And so, yeah, there isn't much at all. And I'm going, Tig's coming to Madagascar. And the injury, yes. Oh, those things. They had the plaintive wail that just echoes all over the place. And Zebu, you will know Zebu. Yes, you will. Oh. Bill, isn't inbreeding an issue then? Tig, inbreeding would be an issue if there were any to be bred. They are all wild caught. So inbreeding is something that we will just have to manage. And so as the years go on and people start working with this, we do have to keep track of where the babies go and what the bloodlines are. So that is something that is part of the program. But at this point, there's no danger in that because we don't have any captive hatched to work with. So makes it easy for us. Bill went to check on my veiled tonight and he has his left eye closed. Oh no, what's up? Bad shed. He has been healthy and happy otherwise. Thanks for Greg. If only one eye is closed and it's something that is just happens quickly, that would lead me to believe that it's a physical, there's some debris or something in his eye. When both eyes start going down, we're looking at supplementation, and when he starts, his behavior is he gets lethargic. We're looking at internal distress. But if only one eye goes down and it's sudden, I am leaning towards some physical debris in the eye. And that's as simple as that sounds. It is something that's worth going to the vet because they can have special equipment to remove whatever that is. And that's, of course, the best way to do it. Now, he may recover on his own, but you decide, you judge the situation, what's most appropriate on that. So, all right, everybody, I got to start cutting things. Oh, wait, I got to put it on the Excelsior. Let's see. So, let's see. Automatic Flow says, my little guy rubbed his head and body against me because he was shedding. It was so cute and felt like he wanted my help, but I didn't. But he rubbed against my hand for a while. Yeah, they'll rub against things to help them get some shed off. That is definitely within their behavior. And if he's rubbing up against your hand, then that's a level of trust. It's kind of nice. And I want to make it clear. I talk a lot about how you shouldn't handle your chameleons and not expect a relationship with your chameleons and not anthropomorphize and all that kind of stuff. The reason why I am so, I don't know, call it harsh, or I don't give any encouragement to the idea that chameleons love us or that kind of thing, is because humans, we generally take it too far. So it's like give an inch and admit that they will develop some kind of relationship with you, and people just take a mile. They just run with it. Yeah, my chameleon loves me and wants to sleep with me and go to the store with me, and so it just gets way out of hand very quickly. So it's just easier to say no, don't do it. It doesn't exist. And then the people who get a chameleon that is kind of has no problem with interaction, they get to feel lucky. And that's better than people wanting the interaction and feeling cheated. It's not good for the chameleon. Let's see. Oh, Tig's got to go. See ya. Thank you for dropping by. It's good to have you here. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, let's see. Time to start chopping for the roach food. I'll be finishing up the vlog this evening. That's always a fun thing when you're doing a vlog. It's like there isn't a whole lot you can batch them, like you can do them ahead of time, but it's like you got to be careful because you don't want to lose that personal touch. So it's a lot of this is just done on the fly. Just as this is what my day looks like. It's kind of fun. Tomorrow I'll be taking you on a trip to Home Depot with Yvette. It's always fun when I go with Yvette because I suddenly turn the camera on her, and she looks at the camera, and she's not sure what she's supposed to do, and so it's a lot of fun watching her reaction, and so you get to see some of those reactions. Are you listening? Are you actually watching this, Yvette? You hear me talking about you? We do. We go out and we have fun. She took me to my favorite coffee place today. She said she's not watching, but she's listening. Let's see. Oh, Annabelle went to Home Depot, got a Pothos. Excellent. Bill, is it normal for a Vale to put himself to bed before the lights out time? Brooke, it is absolutely normal. Chameleons have this sense of time. Don't know where they developed it. There's no reason why they should have developed it over the millions of years of being outdoors. But they know if the lights go out at the same time every day, they know when it's going to be nighttime. And so they put themselves to bed an hour or so before the lights are going to go out. It's an amazing thing, and it's completely normal. So yes, your veil is showing behaviors we expect. Wait a minute, she's gonna call in sick on the Home Depot trip. Yeah, well, she is such a good sport. She'll just go with the flow. She has a whole lot of time getting used to my shenanigans and the stuff I do. And I think it amuses her, and she just rolls with it. I mean, at the very least, you don't get bored. Don't get bored. And loving a podcast, man, ain't always what it's supposed to be. That's okay. Da-da-da. Or is that loving a chameleon, man? Ain't always what it's supposed to be? Oh, she's here.
I can hear everything. I just can't type back. I can't clap back.
All right. Hey. Talking about you.
I know, but I can't
You can't type?
You can't type. I'm elbows deep in.
Elbows deep in fant stuff?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. So, yeah, Jarek, I think I've been, there aren't a whole lot of things that I can get away with. And she knows me way too well. She literally, she can tell if something is off by how I breathe. And she'll say, okay, what's going on? It's uncanny. I can keep no secrets from this woman. Let's see. The singing chameleon guy. That's me. So, all right. So I think we may have another. Do we have new people here? So I'm going to give a message that I gave at the beginning of the session here, talking about Madagascar. And so if anyone who's been here from the beginning, well, you know where this is going. But hey, you know what? Let's do it again. So I'm going to be going to Madagascar in January of 2025. And the tour guide that I am going with said you bring a bunch of chameleon people and we can have a chameleon-centric trip. I said, yeah, let's do that. So if you guys are interested in hanging out with a chameleon, an entire group of chameleon enthusiasts in Madagascar, send me an email at bill@chameleonacademy.com or DM me on Instagram, and make sure I respond, because both email and Instagram, all these services are getting so clever in trying to figure out where to put all the emails and stuff. Sometimes I don't get it. So just make sure, just keep going until you get the response. I'll send you information, and you can decide if you want to join us. It's January 8th through January 22nd. It's a 2-week trip, and I have crammed the best that I could in 2 weeks. And so you'll get Parsons, you'll get the Shamrocks, you'll get Brevicorn, Crypticum. I don't know if you'll get Brevicorn. You will get Crypticum. You'll get Lateralis. We will touch the southern range of Pardalis, and so you'll get the Marijuana Cetra, and you'll get the Ustalet. Ustalet are all over the place. It's amazing. Superciliaris, the Malthae, Theli, and a Major. I saw Major there. Oh, First for Minor. Oh yeah, we're going to see First for Minor. And of course, I can't guarantee any of this, but we'll probably we're going to there. Balteatus, Yellow Lip Parsons, Orange Eye Parsons, a Yellow Giant Parsons, Galus. Oh my goodness, when you see that little guy with his little sword nose. Gastrotania. And I'm just sitting here. And of course, lemurs, eyes, and injuries. Ring-tailed lemurs. Oh, those guys, ring-tailed lemurs, are so cool, bouncing around all over the place. Brookesia bruni. Anyway, I mean, this is the kind of thing we will talk about this morning, noon, and night. You will be immersed in chameleon goodness. James says we're going to band together and taking it on the road. Excellent. Okay. It looks like I am done with everything. You know, the only thing that's left is me to kick back with some ginger beer. Look at that. I'm going to kick back and just relax with you all. Good work. Good work done here. I'm set for another week. Let's see. We'll get this down here. I know we're coming to the end of everything. That's cool. That's cool. But I'm going to relax a little bit. Hey, Jitsu James is here. Good to see you. All right, everybody. Anybody else who do chameleon chores? What's up, Bill? You know what? Jitsu James, I am done with my fruit fly cultures. I have done feeder plates for roaches, crickets, and superworms. How often do you feed the bugs? I feed them all the time. In and out, in and out. If they eat it, I just keep replenishing it. They are not on a schedule. They are on a everyday check, replenish if need be. MPZ Exotics. Hey, Bill. Hope all is well. All is well. Spent an evening with my friends here. And by the way, everybody, do you know that? Oh, just as James says, you like using bean beetles ever? Yes, I love bean beetles. In fact, I need to redo some bean beetles. Don't do a lot with them, but I do have them. And I'm going to have to do, I think next week I'll have to do more bean beetles. So, and for those who don't know, every morning at 5 a.m. Pacific, I have a vlog episode that goes live on YouTube. And if you want to join that early in the morning, I am live in the chat. YouTube has this thing where you can be live in the chat for the first showing. And so every morning, 5 a.m., I'm there with an elite band of chameleon people. And we just have fun. Of course, the episodes are always available. So you can go to the playlist on my channel and just watch all of them from the beginning. I've done this for 14 days now. So I'm doing pretty good. It's a lot of fun doing these episodes every day. Do you ever keep non-escape feeder dishes in the chameleon cages? No. Well, sometimes I do. It depends on the situation. I generally don't like. Yeah, I mean, I'll do that sometimes. I do a lot of different feeding regimens depending upon the chameleon and the setup and the circumstance. And sometimes I do I do put food in for the critters. Now, the thing is, the reason why I hesitate on that is because when you deal with crickets and dubia, roaches and such, superworms, there's no reason to feed them while they're in the cage. You just get them out because they are going to hide during the day and they're going to come out at night. And so they're completely useless to a chameleon as far as feeders. Once they get out of the feed run cup, once they find a place to hide, they're useless as far as feeding the chameleon. So, yeah, I don't have many opportunities where it's worth it to feed the feeders that get away, except with babies, with fruit flies. Fruit flies always have the food there, and that's what keeps them in the cage. Mikey, we'll see you. Thanks for dropping by. Grasshoppers and feeders, excellent. Excellent, excellent. I recommend. All right, folks, we're coming to the end of the hour. Let me know, is there anything? Go ahead if you can. Hit like on your way out. Let YouTube know this is it gives my account little thumbs up. And join me for the vlogs. It's a lot of fun. Other than that, have a good night. Put any final questions, anything. Just put them down, and we'll see. Definitely hit the like button. Yes, thank you, James. He means the like button. Good old Siri went after him on that one. All right, really. And I appreciate all of you being here and hanging out with me. The next time I'll be live, I'll be in the chat, of course, tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. And my next live is Tuesday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific. And that's going to be in the official studio. So I'm not going to be sitting here and just saying, hey, how's it going? This Sunday doesn't really count. We're just hanging out this Sunday. Let's see, for bean beetles, you use only black-eyed peas or do you use other beans? We use other beans, but I've only been using black-eyed peas lately. It depends on what Yvette finds. Sometimes she brings in other beans, and so we'll use that. So have a great night. Hopefully you won't be going to Home Depot by yourself. I don't. She wanted to go to Home Depot and even waited until I could come with her. We're Home Depot buddies. So, all right, Nate, Carlos, James, thank you. Jitsu James, everybody, Annabelle, Sage, everybody, thank you very much. And I'll see you next time.